Hello, everybody. It's me, Miss Anna, Executive Director of the Quinnen Street Project, and I am here to bring you lesson 11 of our drama residency. Can you believe that? 11? We only got to do 4 in person, and now we're already at 11, and we had 1 week for spring break. My goodness, time flies. And I want to say again, I miss you terribly. I miss you every time I think about you, and I think about you all the time. And I wish that we could have these lessons together. We'll have to see how the future goes. And I'm sure that I'll see you again in the future. And if not, at least you get to see me in these videos. So you can think of me and send me positivity and safety and health, and I can think of you and send you lots of love and positivity and health and safety, okay? So here we are. Lesson 11 is our last lesson, typically, before our final sharing. Now, obviously, we're not together, so we can't do a final sharing on the stage or in our classrooms for other classes or anybody really. So what we're gonna do instead is we are going to talk about how we can have these at home, right? So last week we talked about rehearsal, and this week we are talking about stage and audience. Now this is the main part of our class that we really don't have, but there really aren't rules about what is a stage and what is an audience. You don't need to have a stage to be in a theater for it to be a stage. I'm technically on a stage right now, and I'm just in my living room. And you don't need to have 500,000 people watching you to have an audience. Just one person is an audience. And right now there's nobody here except for my cat, and I honestly don't know where she is. She's off causing trouble somewhere. But technically you're my audience because you're watching this. So what we talk about in this lesson is how to be on stage, how to be a good performer for an audience, for a live audience, and almost more importantly, how to be a respectful audience member to live performers. Now, you've probably done something where you've been sitting in an audience before. Maybe you haven't done as much where you're on the stage, but I've been on stage a lot in my lifetime, and I'm here to tell you, it makes a huge difference when your audience is really paying attention to what you're doing and giving you positive feedback. So clapping is a huge thing. Now, we're gonna get more into what that means, but I wanna check in. I feel like maybe I forgot to check in some previous videos, so I really wanna make sure I make the time to check in with you today. So I will start. My name is Miss Anna, and I'm feeling great. That's how I'm feeling. And I'll do my gesture too. I'm feeling great, okay? And I'm gonna ask you, what is your name and how are you feeling today? Okay, thank you so much for sharing that. It's really important to share our feelings with each other, especially before we do something like theater, which is all about feelings. So I'm not gonna do a big review today. We know what we've worked on, but I haven't decided. Now, another thing that we normally do on this lesson is normally I remind you of some things, and because on lesson 12, we have an evaluation. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna send you this evaluation or not, but it asks some questions about lessons that we've already had and sees if you've learned stuff. But I'm not really sure if that counts, because technically you could go watch any of the other videos again and be like, oh, well, it's that because I just rewatched that video. So it's not really remembering it the way that we would in the classroom. So I'm thinking about it. But I also know that a lot of teachers right now aren't really sure how to evaluate our lessons like this when we're providing everything all at once. So, we'll talk. But basically, I want to make sure that by the end of all these videos that you remember that ensemble means together. I want you to remember the difference between a pantomime and a tableau. Pantomime is a silent moving picture. I'm going to do a pantomime of waving in the wind. I am a piece of grass waving in the wind, and I'm doing a pantomime with that. And I'm gonna show you a tableau of the emotion fear. Great, so tableau, silent frozen picture, pantomime, silent moving picture. Cool, cool. The other thing that I would normally ask is where in our bodies we can change our voices. So we've talked about our low belly voice, put 'em up, put 'em up. We've talked about our loud, powerful chest voice, I am the great and powerful Oz. We have talked about our nasty nose voice, I'll get you, my pretty. And we've talked about our tip-top high head voice, follow the yellow brick road. Okay, so those are things that I would normally ask you about. I would ask you about pantomime, tableau, ensemble, hands together. I would ask you about body, voice, and imagination. And I would, belly, chest, nose, head. And I would ask you about body, voice, imagination, which are our 3 tools of an actor. So let's review those. The 3 tools of an actor are our body, voice, and imagination. All right, let's warm up really quickly, and then I will teach you the game that we will play today. And then I'm actually gonna do something a little different at the end of our lesson, but we'll get there. So the first thing I want you to do is look up to the ceiling, or reach up way high, reach up, reach one hand a little higher, switch, switch, switch. Reach both hands up, drop your fingers, drop your wrists, drop your elbows, drop your shoulders, shoulders back up, breathe in, out and down, up and in, out and down, and up and in, and out and down. Giant imaginary crayons out, pop them onto your heads, draw me 2 big, beautiful circles in one direction, 1, 2, freeze, draw 2 in the other direction, 1, 2, head back up to the middle, take your crayons off of your head, break it in half, put half on this shoulder, half on this shoulder, draw me 3 circles forward, ready, 1, 2, 3, freeze, and 3 back, ready, I'll count backwards even, 3, 2, 1, good, take those crayons off your shoulders, put them back together, put them away and say, see you next time. Fabulous. Superhero chests, villain chests, superhero chests, villain chests, superhero chest, give me a big superhero pose, 3, 2, 1, freeze. And villain chest, give me a villain pose, 3, 2, 1, freeze. Fantabulous. And let's go ahead and get out our imaginary invisible box of string, open it up, take a piece out, give it a lick, stick it on your forehead, take another piece out, lick it, stick it on your nose, take another piece out, lick it, stick it on your chin, take another piece out, lick it, stick it on your cheek, take another piece out, lick it, stick it to your other cheek, close your box, put it away, gather up all your strings, pull your face forward, and up, and down, and this way, and that way, and all around, other way, and forward again, take your scissors, cut your strings, very good. Add some sound. Throw a baseball of sound. Beautiful. Throw a football of sound. Throw a basketball of sound. Beautiful. Ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. Ga 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 ga. Ba da ga. Ba da ga. Ba da ga ba da ga ba da ga ba. Pa 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 pa. Ta 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 ta. Ka 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 ka. Pa ta ka. Pataka. Pataka. Pataka 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 pa. Badiga pataka badiga pataka. Pataka badiga pataka badiga. Good work. Unique New York. Unique New York. You know you need unique New York. Unique New York, unique New York, you know you need unique New York. Fabulous, wonderful. Okay, so applause. That's my round of applause for you just for getting Unique New York today. Here's what we're talking about today. Stage and audience. So, I am currently on the stage. You are currently my audience. This game is called applause. Now, applause is when we clap thunderously. Can you show me some applause right now? Ready, go? And you can cheer, woohoo! Good job, bravo! Lovely. That's how an audience responds to someone who is on stage. Now, you don't just clap through the whole performance. That would be bonkers. Sometimes you do. When I saw Lady Gaga, I did, because she's perfect. When I saw Beyonce, I did too. Anyway, long story. So what I want you to do is, I'm gonna do something. It's gonna be a pose or dance move or who knows. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And when I'm done, I'm going to bow like this. I'm gonna put my hand on my tummy, hand behind my back. I'm gonna look at my shoes and I'm gonna look back to you, okay? And a little trick for how long to bow, because sometimes people go too long, sometimes people go too short. You can look down and say, are my shoes tied? And then back up to the front, yes, they are. Practice that with me. Hand on tongue, hand behind back. Ready? Are my shoes tied? Yes, they are. Very good. So when I bow, you on that side are going to give me a thunderous round of applause. Even if you think what I did was dumb, it'll probably be dumb. Just applaud anyway, because it'll make me feel good about what I did. And I want to feel good about what I did because I tried. And that's how we treat each other when someone tries something and we take risks. Taking risks is a huge part of being in theater. So here we go. I am on the stage. You are my audience. I am going to do something impressive. I'm going to go. Ta-da! Now don't clap yet. I'm gonna do this. And start clapping, start clapping, start clapping. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. All I did was spin in a circle and I'm getting so much applause. Thank you. Okay, it's your turn. You ready? I'm your audience. Maybe you can even find another audience member in your house. Ask your grown-up to be your audience member or not. Maybe they're busy. But currently, I am your audience. You are on stage. You are on a huge stage with beautiful lighting and a costume, just like we talked about in lesson 9. And you're gonna do something fabulous. I don't care what it is. You can sing that bit from Frozen 2. You can tell a joke, whatever it is. I'm gonna give you a nice slow 10 seconds to do whatever it is, and I'm gonna count down. And when it's over, I'm gonna ask you to bow, and I'm gonna give you thunderous applause. Ready? Here we go. Do your trick. That's amazing. You're so cool. Yay! Great work. Take a bow. Woohoo! Good job. Encore, encore. Bravo. Beautiful. Yay. Doesn't that feel good? Even if you feel like you kind of messed up, it feels good to get applause. So what we would normally talk about is that in the next week, we're going to be a great group of a great ensemble of actors, and we're going to do our best. And no matter what, our audience is going to applaud for us. And normally we would take half the class, have them sit down, have the other class get up, and we would practice being an audience for each other, because that is a really important thing to try. So I know this is a short video this week, but I'm gonna go ahead and actually wrap this up, because what I'm gonna ask you to do is, because I would normally, the next thing I would do is pretty much what I did last week, where I would read the story, help you say lines, help you do your tableaus, but I did that last week and you know where to find it. I'm not gonna do it any better this week than I did last week. So what I'm gonna ask you to do is go back to lesson 10, go to the part with our story, sandwich swap, and insider information. If you don't like the sandwich swap, that's fine. Go to the other playlists on the YouTube channel, do the story that the Sheldon kids are working on. They're working on Rosie Revere. If you don't like it, I don't care. That's fine. We just want you to do the activities and the games. Either way, say lines, practice your tableaus, and you can even, if you want to be absolutely wild, find a different book in your house. If you have another book that you love, find a grown-up. If they're not busy, if they're busy, don't bother them. But if they're not busy and they have 5 minutes to read through a book, use your tools, use your body, voice, and imagination, use your pantomime in your tableau and bring that story to life. You have the tools now, and your grown-up can be your audience and clap for you, okay? So I know that's short, but we would normally spend a lot of class practicing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and ask you, practice for me. You're gonna be fantastic. And I would love to see videos of you practicing. And next week, if you could please, please, please send me or hashtag videos. You can email me at anna@quinanstreet.org. You'll find it I'll put it on the YouTube thing. Don't worry about it. You don't have to remember it. And I just really want to see your beautiful faces again. I miss you terribly. And you know what we do at the end? We say drama class on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Drama class. Fantastic work. I miss you. I love you. And I hope you are safe and healthy. Bye.